Are they going to trade for him soon? What is going on here, and what is the holdup? Well, the reports coming out of Houston is that they're going to trade Deshaun Watson. And the report from Michael Lombardi is that the Niners and the Broncos are the two basically finalists, the two teams that Deshaun wants to play for. I find that hard to believe. All respect to Michael Lombardi, but you're telling me those are the only two teams he wants to play for? And his opinion wouldn't change? There's still moves happening. So, yeah, I do think the Niners are one of the teams that Watson's most interested in playing with for a lot of reasons. They have a lot of weapons. They have a good offensive coach. They have a good defense. They got a good run game. Honestly, same reason Brady wanted to come here. But there's other teams. And I think it's important to realize, like, who are the Niners competing with for Deshaun Watson if they are in the running? The Niners have to be asking themselves that question. And I think there's some dark horses here, or one in particular. Denver, sure. Carolina, sure. But again, Watson has a no trade clause, so he has to okay wherever he goes to. He basically picks where he wants to go or where he doesn't want to go. And I think there's one more team that people aren't considering that has championship pedigree, cap space, and just retooled their roster. How about New England? Why would the New England Patriots not be interested in Deshaun Watson? Everyone assumes that they're interested in Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I feel like they used to like Jimmy. When they had Jimmy, Jimmy was a hungry young man. You saw Jimmy when he came to the Niners. He was hungry. He was playing for that contract. Now, does he still have the hunger to play football and prove himself? I don't know. I'm not saying he doesn't. I just don't know. I know Cam Newton does. He's basically playing for free just to prove people wrong because he has a chip on his shoulder. You like that. Belichick likes that. So is Jimmy Garoppolo in their plans? I don't know. He might be. But why would they not want Deshaun Watson? It seems to me that they're putting together a team to entice him. Hey, maybe you didn't like us last month. Maybe you saw what happened to Cam Newton and felt like, there's really no weapons there. Well, now we have Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar, Jonnu Smith, and Hunter Henry, plus an excellent run game, plus Trent Brown and a good offensive line with an excellent offensive line coach and a terrific defense, and Bill Belichick and a championship pedigree. How would you like to be Tom Brady's heir apparent here? I think Deshaun Watson might go for that. I think the more time passes, the more the Patriots retool their roster, the more it's clear what they're trying to do, the more that Watson might want to go there. Do you think the Niners are pursuing Fuller to entice Watson? Maybe. It seems like it seems like the wide receiver market is pretty cheap. It's a buyer's market. If Will Fuller's taking a 1-year deal, maybe the Niners can get him and entice Deshaun Watson. But I don't think that's Watson's like sitting back and like, where is Will Fuller going to go? Because that's where I want to go. Like, who cares? Honestly, where Will Fuller go? It doesn't matter. He's not really factoring in. Like, he would be sitting there being like, I like Kyle, I like Kittle, I like Ayuk, I like everything going on in the Niners, but man, Denver got Will Fuller, so I prefer to go to Denver. That's the deciding factor. I just don't see that. So no, I think with the Niners, what they got to do, not necessarily entice Watson. I think they have. But the problem is, what if the Patriots tell Watson, well, we're good too? And what if Watson's open to both? Could happen. Doesn't seem like he's zeroed in on one place. He has multiple places he'd be interested in. And the Patriots seem to be maybe putting themselves in that conversation. And if that's the case, well, then where's Houston going to trade him? Think about who's running Houston right now. Nick Caserio comes from New England. He was groomed under Bill Belichick the last 10, 15 years. Houston is basically a minor league affiliate of the Patriots right now. You think if the Niners call Houston and New England calls Houston, John Lynch is on one line, Bill Belichick's on the other, the offers are similar for Deshaun Watson, what's Caserio going to do? Where's he going to send him? To John Lynch, who he doesn't know that well, or to Bill Belichick, who he owes his entire career to? I wouldn't rule out the Patriots as a dark horse team that could swoop on Deshaun Watson. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing comes down to the Niners and the Patriots. And what could happen is the Niners are waiting for Watson. And if they don't get him, then they're stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo. If they do get Watson, then they get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. They could offer him back to the Patriots. Maybe the Patriots want him. Maybe they don't. Maybe they could cut him. But I feel like the Patriots haven't made a move. The Niners haven't made a move. They're both waiting for Watson, whereas other teams are not even taking it seriously that they have a chance. The Niners seem to act like they think they have a chance. Same with the Patriots. Maybe those two are going to come down to the wire. I don't know. It's possible. But it's hard when you're going up against Bill Belichick, who's got more cap space than you, more rings than you. Let's see if the Niners can pull it off. I think that's who they're going up against secretly. But I don't even know. I mean, you never know what's coming out of New England. I don't even think the Niners know. Deep down and sad. Sean Brady says, what do you think? Oh, wait, hold on. No, I already answered that. Next one. Real quick. Where you at? Scott Davidson. Pats didn't pay Brady. They're not going to pay Watson. Yeah, and then people used to always say Pats didn't make big splashes in free agency until they just signed 4 guys. Seems like they're doing things a little different this time around. And if the Patriots don't get Watson, what are they going to do? Just run it back with Cam? They like Cam, but you can't. When was the last time Cam had a winning season? Cam gets hurt. Cam has his own issues. There's no guarantee that just running it back with Cam with these new weapons gets you to the playoffs in New England. Tampa's going back to the playoffs. If Tampa goes back to the Super Bowl and the Patriots miss the playoffs again, that really looks bad for Belichick and his legacy. That hurts his legacy. So I think they would be interested in Watson. That would make them instant Super Bowl contenders. They might even go up against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Short of that, I don't see how Belichick can even compare with what's happening in Tampa. You're seeing that Belichick's making uncharacteristically aggressive moves. Why? Because of what's happening in Tampa. He doesn't want his legacy to be totally tarnished, and it's on the line. You know it is. Don't act like it's not. I think Watson would rather play Mahomes in a Super Bowl with the Niners than AFC Championship with the Patriots. Maybe. I still think he's not necessarily picking one team above all else. I think he's picking like a few and giving the Houston the option of where to send him. So that's scary for the Niners. He's not just going to make it easy and say, I want to go to the 49ers and make it work. If it were that simple, it would have happened by now. There's going to be a bidding war, and we'll see if the Niners can outbid the Patriots in Denver and Carolina. All things equal, Houston wants Watson in the NFC. Well, we shall see. I still think that Nick Caserio, I mean, what difference does it make if they send him to the NFC or the AFC? They're not competing anytime soon. It's not like, oh, man, if we send him to the Patriots, then we're going to have to face Deshaun Watson in the AFC Championship game. You're not going to the AFC Championship game. You're a minor league team. You are the Patriots minor league affiliate. They're calling up Deshaun Watson. They're going to send down some players to you, and you're going to say yes because you wouldn't be in the league if it weren't for Bill Belichick. You're probably going to get fired from your job with the Texans in a few years anyway because that team is so terrible. You're going to want to go back to the Patriots, right? So you're going to say no to Bill Belichick? Who says no to Bill Belichick?